Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in the last video I talked about dictionaries and how they work and how they differentiate from arrays because they follow this key and value pair rule, while arrays follow an index and value pair rule. But in this video I'm going to go over table functions and how they help modify arrays and dictionaries. So let's get started. So first things first, I'm going to create an array. Local my array equals, and I'm just going to put in random numbers, 7, 8, 10. Okay, before I move on, I want to mention that all these functions derive from the table class. So how we access these functions is a specific way. So the first function is clear, and it indexes the table, and it returns void. So if I did not mention already, void means nothing. So here we're being returned nothing, right? So how we access these functions is, so table.operator, and then the name of the function, and we call the function, right? Now we put in our arguments. So my array, so clear is print. So what clear does is it empties our array. So when we print it, our array should be empty. It completely clears it, right? So this one's a pretty useful one. Okay, get n, it takes an array and it returns us a number. So what getN does is it returns to us the amount of elements in our table. So basically the length. So here we don't need to capture anything with a variable. We just print it. So table.getN, and this should return to us 5 because we have 5 elements in the array. Like so. Now if we add one more, it should return to us 6. Just like that. So yeah, that one's pretty cool too. Our next function is maxN. It takes in a table and it returns us a number. So maxN works with dictionaries. So let's create one. So I'll go my dictionary and one, hello, what, 3, goodbye, 5, greetings, and our last one is going to be 9, hola. So maxN gets the greatest key numeric value, so it should return to us 9, right? So print table dot max n and my array, and we should get 9. Okay, I am dumb. My dictionary. Nine. Alright, so let's make this 13. Now we will be returned 13, right? Now let's say we didn't have any key numerics in our dictionary. Let's say they were all booleans. Just like this. Now we won't be returned. We won't be returned 13 or 9 anymore. We'll be returned 0 because there are no numeric keys in our dictionary. So yeah. Our next function is create. It takes in a number, a value, and it returns to us a table. So here we're going to create a new table. So new table. So table.create, and we take in the count. So how many elements do we want? We want 5, and what is our value? and we just make them all true. So when we print our new table, we're gonna have 5 elements, and they will all be true. And just like that, right? Now, okay, our next function is clone, and this looks pretty obvious. It takes in a table and returns to the table. So let's make cloned table equals table.clone, and we pass in our table, and we can print. Let's print our clone table first, and then print our original table. So they'll be exact copies. So our clone table is 1, 4, 7, 8, 10, 6, and our original array is 1, 4, 7, 8, 10, 6, right? Now, what's cool about these is that clone tables are a table of their own. So that means that we can modify our clone table without worrying about our original array being modified. So here we can do like clone table 1 equals hello, and at clone table at 3 we just say goodbye. And if we run it, we can see that our clone table was modified without our original table being affected. So at first index it's hello, at third index it's goodbye, and our original array is completely okay. It's not been modified. Right? Our next function is find. So here we input table, we input our value and init number, and it returns to us our index. So we do print table.find my array, and let's say we want to find 10 in this array. So 10, and it's gonna return to us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so at index 5 we have our 10, so it should return to us 5. Just like that. Now let's say, okay, let's do this. Instead of finding 10, let's find 4. So at index 2 we'll have our 4. So it'll return to us 2. But here you can see that we have 2 4s in our table, right? So even if we have doubles, it'll always get the first target. Now let's say we want to get our second target. What we can do is use our third argument, right? So this basically allows us to start where we want. Now let's say we want to start at 1, 2, 3. So so we start at index 3 and we search all the way to the end. Now we should get our second target 4, which is at index 7. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Our next function is freeze, and so what it inputs table and it returns to the table. And so what it does is it makes our table read only. So what that means is we won't be able to modify anymore. We won't be able to change anything in that array. So here we're gonna do my table dot freeze and my array. Wait, this should be right. So when we print it, I mean we didn't print anything. Whoops. Print my array. it should look the exact same, right? But the only difference is that we can't modify it. So if we try modifying it, myArray, it should throw us an error. So at server at script at line 30, it says attempt to modify a read-only table. So it won't allow us to change the table anymore. What I'm saying, right? Our next function is frozen, which is connected with freeze. So it returns a boolean, and we input our table. Right. So basically, it'll return true if it's frozen. It'll return false if it's not frozen. So if we do print table.isFrozen and we pass in myArray, it should return false because our array is not frozen. But if we uncomment this line right here, it will now return true because we froze our array, right? So it just checks if it's frozen, whether it's true or false. Our next function is insert. We input array, our table, and our position number, and the value, and it returns us nothing. So table.insert, and then myArray, and at position, let's say at 1, 2, 3, position 3, we want to input hello. Now when we print myArray at index 1, 2, 3, it should put in hello. And now all the numbers over here will get moved down once. So it will be 1, 4, hello, 7, 8, 10, 6, 4. Right? So as I said, 1, 4, hello, 7, 8, 10, 6, 4, and they all got moved down once. So 7 is not in the third index anymore because we added another element at the third index that made everything shift. Right? So our next function is insert, but without our positional value. And when we don't use our positional value, our element that we're adding just gets placed in the end. So when we do this, we want insert, and then we do our table, so myArray, and what value we want to input, hello, and let's just print our array. And now at the very end, it'll stick hello, right? Because we didn't give it a positional value, so it'll just put hello at the end. Okay. So our last function is remove. Self-explanatory. It inputs an array and a position, an index position, in which we want to remove. So table dot remove, and we want to, let's say, so myArray, let's say we want to remove 10. So index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At index 5, it will be removed. Print myArray. Now everything after it will get shifted down. So 6 now will take 10's place. 4 will now take 6's place. As we see here, we don't see a 10 anymore. 6 is now in the 5th index, and 4 is now in the 6th index. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's it with table functions. There probably is a few more that I didn't get here. We have clear, get end, max end, create, clone, find, freeze, is frozen, insert without position, and remove. So yeah, that's it. I hope you liked this video. It was pretty lengthy. Next video I will talk about, maybe I will make a video about looping through, uh, iterating over arrays with for loops. That'll be a fun video. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you got a clear understanding of table functions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.